The council chamber of the Zarnak Empire was enormous and cold, filled with strange light that reflected off metallic surfaces and alien skin. The delegates whispered among themselves, voices low and hurried as if the words might escape the chamber and be heard by the wrong ears. Kalor, the green-skinned delegate with 4 eyes, stood at the center, his long fingers tapping nervously on the table. His voice trembled slightly as he addressed the humans across from him. "Please, humans, send only your weakest fleet. Our forces are fragile and we cannot survive the full might of your species." Captain Luke Harper leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, his eyes calm and steady. Beside him, Lieutenant Mia Collins watched the alien fleets assembling outside the chamber, the massive ships glowing ominously in the blackness of space. She adjusted her uniform and glanced at the holographic display showing the positions of the enemy fleets, calculating silently in her mind the moves that might come next. The council room was silent for a moment, the tension thick enough to feel. Outside, stars twinkled in a pattern that seemed serene, but inside the air was heavy with fear, hope, and uncertainty. Kalor's voice broke the quiet. "You have defeated us before. You have shown skills we cannot match. We beg for mercy. Send only what you think is your weakest. Please do not show your true strength." The humans remained quiet, exchanging subtle looks, each reading the other's expression. Luke Harper finally spoke, his voice calm but firm. "We will honor your request, but you must understand every move we make is deliberate. Even our weakest fleet can surprise you." The alien delegates murmured nervously, some whispering to each other, others staring in disbelief. On the bridge of the human flagship, Engineer Olivia Reed tapped on her console, running simulation after simulation, projecting potential outcomes against the alien fleets. Each time, the results were more favorable than the last. Her lips curled into a small smile, and she shook her head slightly, thinking how the aliens had no idea what they were asking for. Outside the council chamber, the massive alien fleets hovered, engines glowing like hungry eyes in the darkness, waiting for orders that might never come. Kalor tried to steady his voice, addressing the council. "We cannot risk this. The humans are unlike any species we have faced. Their unpredictability is our nightmare." A junior delegate whispered to a colleague, "Do you think they will listen? Do you think they will honor our plea?" Kalor gave a tight nod, though his own mind raced with doubt. The humans had a strange calm that unnerved everyone. Luke Harper adjusted his seat and gestured slightly to his team. Lieutenant Mia Collins began scanning the alien ships for weak points, noting energy levels and shield patterns. The young cadets Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons observed quietly, excitement hidden behind focused expressions. This was their first real exposure to a galaxy-wide conflict, and their hearts raced with anticipation and nervous thrill. In the council chamber, Kalor's voice grew more desperate. "Please, we beg of you. Our fleets are stretched. Our strategies fail against even minor human tactics. Send only your weakest. We will survive if you honor this." Commander Jason Taylor, tall and steady, crossed his arms and regarded the aliens with measured calm. "We understand your plea. You will see our weakest, but remember, the galaxy has underestimated humans before. Never assume weakness is harmless." The aliens paled at his words, realizing their fear was not unfounded. On the human ship, Olivia Reed continued simulations predicting energy outputs, weapon capabilities, shield strength, and potential alien maneuvers. Her calculations showed that even the fleet they were about to send, the weakest among Earth's forces, could dismantle entire squadrons of the Zarnak Empire with efficiency and precision. The council murmured as the humans' calm aura filled the room, unsettling every alien present. Kalor ran his fingers through his tentacle-like hair, glancing nervously at the smaller council members. "We cannot survive their wrath," he muttered. "Even their smallest efforts are terrifying." Across the galaxy, other systems listened in on the council transmissions, astonished at the audacity of humans. Stories of human bravery, cunning, and unexpected victories had spread, but no one had imagined humans would face a full alien empire and remain composed, even when asked to hold back. Luke Harper leaned forward, speaking quietly but with authority. "Prepare the fleet. We will honor your request and you will see restraint, but do not mistake calm for weakness." Lieutenant Mia Collins checked the communication systems, ensuring that all cadets and crews understood their roles. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons reviewed star charts and tactical maps, learning from the calm precision of their elders. Kalor's eyes widened slightly as he realized the humans had a strange confidence. Unlike anything his species had encountered, their calm was almost eerie, a mix of amusement and quiet control. The council's senior advisors whispered urgently, "We may not survive this. Even their smallest fleet is dangerous." Kalor nodded, swallowing hard, hoping the humans' promise of restraint was genuine. On the bridge of the human flagship, pilots prepared their controls, engineers checked every system, and the atmosphere was focused yet light. Quiet jokes and small laughter circulated, a stark contrast to the alien fear. Every crew member understood their roles, and every movement was precise. The aliens watched, fascinated and terrified, as humans moved like a single organism, each part perfectly coordinated with the others. Outside, the alien fleets shifted slightly, sensors scanning, engines humming in readiness. The humans remained seated, calm, almost casual, as though they were in a training exercise rather than on the brink of galactic warfare. Kalor's voice trembled as he addressed the council once more. "We have no hope if they unleash full strength. We are lucky they are listening to us." A young alien delegate whispered, "Do you really think humans will be merciful?" Kalor could only shake his head slightly. "We must trust them. There is no other choice." On Earth, the human teams conducted final briefings reviewing every contingency. Captain Luke Harper emphasized coordination and caution, but his eyes sparkled with quiet anticipation. Lieutenant Mia Collins smiled faintly, confident in their skills. Engineer Olivia Reed double-checked simulations, noting minor adjustments. The cadets Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons felt a mix of fear and excitement, knowing they were about to witness history. In the council chamber, the tension grew unbearable. Every alien delegate leaned forward, listening to the quiet hum of the human flagship, waiting for signs, waiting for movement, waiting for the moment that might decide their survival. The stars beyond the chamber reflected the light from thousands of distant suns, calm and eternal, in stark contrast to the anxiety, fear, and hope within the council room. Kalor's voice rose slightly, almost breaking. "May the humans honor our plea. May they truly send only what they say. Our survival depends on it." The humans did not respond immediately, their calm presence filling the room like a silent wave. Captain Luke Harper finally nodded, signaling readiness. "The fleet is prepared," he said softly. "Your request will be honored." The aliens exhaled collectively, some with relief, some with doubt, knowing this was only the beginning. Outside the chamber, the alien fleets waited, massive engines glowing, weapons primed. Yet Kalor knew that even the humans' smallest contingent could bring them to ruin. In the observation area, Ethan Brooks whispered to Laura Simmons, "I can't believe how calm they are." Laura smiled faintly, whispering back, "This is just the start. The galaxy hasn't seen what humans can do." The council chamber remained tense, shadows of alien figures flickering across the walls, voices low and urgent, and the quiet calm of the humans dominating the space like a silent storm waiting to break. Kalor's fingers drummed nervously on the table as he watched, hoping that humans would honor their word, knowing that if they did not, the consequences would be catastrophic. The humans remained still, calm and focused, eyes scanning, minds calculating, hearts steady, as they prepared to move against fleets that had never faced such strange, quiet, determined creatures before. The galaxy outside seemed unaware of the quiet drama unfolding in the council chamber, the stars shining indifferently, as humanity prepared to show the true measure of its strength, cunning, and courage, all while appearing almost harmless, calm, and polite, a terrifying combination to any who underestimated them. The human fleet was ready, poised quietly in the depths of space, waiting for the signal to move. Captain Luke Harper stood at the command console, his eyes scanning every detail of the alien fleet visible on the displays. Lieutenant Mia Collins stood nearby, fingers flying across her own controls, checking energy outputs, shields, and weapon alignment. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons, young cadets still learning the ways of space combat, watched intently, absorbing every movement, every order, every calculation. Engineer Olivia Reed ran final simulations, predicting enemy maneuvers, calculating the risks and outcomes. Even though this was the so-called weakest fleet, every human knew the importance of precision and coordination. The alien delegates, especially Kalor, watched nervously from their council chamber, communicating silently with their commanders. The massive green and gray ships of the Zarnak Empire shimmered in the starlight, engines pulsing with energy, weapons primed for battle. Yet they did not know what the humans had planned. The humans' calm demeanor made them appear smaller, weaker, less threatening, but every gesture, every preparation was deliberate. Captain Luke Harper finally gave the quiet nod. The fleet moved in a perfect formation, faster and more synchronized than the aliens had expected. Sensors detected alien vessels attempting minor maneuvers, trying to intimidate or confuse, but humans anticipated every change. Lieutenant Mia Collins adjusted course for one squadron, calculating precise angles to avoid detection while positioning themselves advantageously. Ethan Brooks whispered in awe, "It's like they know what the aliens are thinking." Laura Simmons smiled faintly, whispering back, "They do. We've trained for this. This is what humans do." In the council chamber, Kaylor's tentacles twitched nervously. "They are moving. Even their smallest fleet is precise. How can they be so coordinated?" His advisors murmured anxiously, realizing that humans were different than any species they had faced before. Commander Jason Taylor aboard the lead ship guided the fleet with steady hands. "Remember, maintain formation, follow the plan exactly, and watch for any unexpected moves." Engineer Olivia Reed reported energy readings, showing how alien shields fluctuated with minor shifts in their formations. The humans adjusted, exploiting weaknesses as they appeared. The cadets were amazed by the seamless coordination. Each ship, though small, moved like part of a larger organism. The aliens, despite their larger numbers and firepower, began to feel the pressure. Ships that were supposed to intimidate now appeared vulnerable. Kaylor's voice was almost a whisper, trembling with worry. "Even the weakest humans are terrifying. They move as one. How is this possible?" In the observation area, young cadets followed every maneuver, tracking enemy positions and energy outputs. "I never imagined humans could be this precise," Ethan whispered. Laura nodded, eyes wide, absorbing the moment, understanding that history was being written in silence. Outside, the stars glimmered, indifferent to the drama unfolding. Yet in the cold void of space, the humans' quiet movements rippled through alien formations, disrupting confidence and creating uncertainty. Lieutenant Mia Collins adjusted a ship's trajectory to avoid a minor detection pulse from an alien vessel, moving it into a more advantageous position. Captain Luke Harper observed, approving the subtle maneuver. Engineer Olivia Reed calculated potential chain reactions if the aliens tried to counterattack. Each small decision amplified the effectiveness of the fleet, making the human presence far stronger than the numbers suggested. Kaylor turned to his advisors, his voice trembling. "We are surrounded by calmness. There is no panic, no hesitation, and yet they move with intent. Our calculations fail against them." Back on the human flagship, Commander Jason Taylor calmly addressed the bridge crew. "Focus on coordination, watch for patterns, anticipate weaknesses. Even small ships can change outcomes if used wisely." Every pilot followed the guidance without hesitation, and the fleet moved in perfect synchrony. The alien ships attempted formations designed to trap or confuse, but humans countered instinctively, slipping through gaps, positioning strategically, and striking in unexpected ways. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons, still awed by the display, whispered, "It's like they can see the future." Engineer Olivia Reed smiled faintly, knowing that prediction, anticipation, and human instinct combined to create the perfect harmony in their actions. Kaylor's hands shook, tentacles curling nervously. "We cannot survive this. Even the smallest human ships have an intelligence we cannot predict." The council chamber buzzed with whispers of disbelief, fear, and awe. Every alien present realized that humans were not just physically capable, but mentally unpredictable, a combination that made them dangerous beyond measure. Captain Luke Harper guided the fleet deeper into the alien lines, exploiting weaknesses without overextending. Lieutenant Mia Collins adjusted communications, relaying subtle changes to ensure the cadets understood every action. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons were learning quickly, absorbing strategy, anticipating patterns, and marveling at the human ability to act calmly under pressure. Outside, the alien ships reacted with confusion. Weapons fired sporadically, some misaligned, some too late. The humans avoided most attacks, exploiting every error. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored energy flows, providing real-time guidance to optimize maneuvers. Kaylor turned pale, voice trembling. This is impossible. They are too coordinated, too clever. We cannot predict them. Commander Jason Taylor guided the fleet with calm assurance. Every minor adjustment amplified effectiveness, and the aliens realized that even if humans were small in number, their intelligence, training, and calm focus made them far more dangerous than expected. The cadets whispered in awe, realizing the truth of the stories they had heard. Ethan Brooks said quietly, "They really are the best. I hope I can do this one day." Laura Simmons nodded, eyes wide with excitement, understanding the rare experience unfolding before them. The stars outside remained silent witnesses to the human fleet's silent mastery. Ships glided past, invisible patterns forming and reforming as humans anticipated enemy moves. Every alien ship that attempted intimidation only revealed its weakness, and humans adapted instantly. Kaylor's counsel trembled as he addressed his colleagues. "We may not survive this encounter. Even the human smallest fleet is devastating." On the human flagship, Captain Luke Harper observed with calm focus, "Remember, precision and anticipation are our strengths. We will honor their request, but we will also teach them respect." Lieutenant Mia Collins adjusted a squadron's trajectory, avoiding minor threats while positioning for a stronger advantage. Engineer Olivia Reed reported energy spikes and minor anomalies, which were corrected almost instantly. The cadets watched, absorbing every lesson in calmness, anticipation, and precision, understanding that humans turned even apparent weakness into an advantage. Kaylor's voice shook, almost breaking. "If this is only their weakest, what would the full strength be?" Commander Jason Taylor aboard the flagship remained calm, eyes scanning displays, calculating probabilities. "We act with restraint, but we cannot be underestimated. Humans are never truly weak." Every human ship moved with purpose, exploiting gaps, creating confusion in alien ranks, and displaying a level of coordination that shocked every observer. The council chamber was filled with whispers of disbelief. Kaylor's hands trembled, tentacles curling nervously, realizing that humans had turned the situation upside down without firing a single heavy weapon. The cadets, Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons, realized that what they were witnessing was not just skill, but a glimpse into the human ability to remain calm, strategic, and unstoppable, even when others expected weakness. As the fleet moved through the alien formations, the calm, deliberate, and precise human maneuvers created panic, confusion, and awe among the aliens. Kaylor whispered almost to himself, "This is beyond anything we imagined. They are not just prepared. They are unstoppable even when holding back." Outside, stars glimmered quietly, indifferent to the unfolding drama, while humans demonstrated the quiet power of strategy, anticipation, and calm execution that would become legendary across the galaxy. The alien fleets adjusted nervously as the human ships moved through their formations. Even though the humans had sent only their weakest fleet, the precision and coordination were unlike anything the Zarnak Empire had ever faced. Captain Luke Harper guided his ships with calm authority, watching the displays and adjusting formations to take advantage of the smallest weaknesses. Lieutenant Mia Collins managed the communications and navigation, keeping every squadron perfectly aligned. Young cadets Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons observed intently, trying to absorb every detail, every tactical choice, every calculated risk. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored energy outputs and weapon status, predicting alien responses and preparing for contingencies. Kaylor, the green-skinned delegate, watched from the council chamber, trembling. "Even their weakest fleet is terrifying," he whispered to his advisors. "We cannot predict them." The alien commanders shouted orders, trying to intimidate and reposition their fleets, but every move was anticipated and countered by humans. Small alien vessels attempted sudden maneuvers, hoping to flank or isolate human ships. Yet Captain Harper had already predicted such strategies. His calm demeanor and quick decisions created a sense of chaos in the alien ranks. Lieutenant Mia Collins redirected squadrons with subtle adjustments, slipping through gaps and placing ships in positions that maximized effectiveness without exposing themselves to unnecessary risk. Ethan Brooks whispered to Laura Simmons, "I can't believe how calm they are. They move like it's all part of a plan." Laura nodded quietly, eyes wide, absorbing the methodical patience and precision. Kaylor's tentacles twitched as he realized that even when humans appeared passive, they were observing, calculating, and ready to strike at the perfect moment. "This is impossible," he muttered. How can such a small fleet cause so much uncertainty? Outside the chamber, the alien ship shifted nervously, scanning for hidden threats, unsure which move would trigger an unexpected attack. Even their advanced sensors could not detect the full scope of human tactics. On the human flagship, Commander Jason Taylor maintained a calm presence. Focus on anticipation, he instructed. Every alien move will reveal a weakness if you remain patient. Engineer Olivia Reed reported minor fluctuations in alien energy outputs, signaling small misalignments and vulnerabilities. Each adjustment, she suggested, was executed swiftly, further demonstrating human efficiency. The young cadets watched in awe as the fleet moved in harmony, each action deliberate, each decision reinforcing the strength of coordination. Kaylor turned to his advisors, voice trembling. We may not survive this encounter. Their intelligence and calmness surpass anything we anticipated. The council chamber was filled with whispers of fear and disbelief. Alien soldiers muttered nervously, realizing that humans were more dangerous than numbers alone could indicate. Captain Luke Harper continued to direct the fleet, calmly maneuvering through increasingly hostile territory. Lieutenant Mia Collins monitored squadron positions, providing real-time updates and minor adjustments. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons recorded every maneuver mentally, learning the intricacies of human precision and strategy. The alien ships fired sporadically, some weapons misaligned, some too late. Each attempt to intimidate or attack human ships only revealed further vulnerabilities. Engineer Olivia Reed adjusted energy outputs, shielding minor weaknesses, and ensured that human ships maintained optimal performance. Kaylor's tentacles curled nervously as he observed. If this is only their weakest fleet, what would happen if they committed fully? He whispered, realizing the terrifying potential of the species. Outside, stars glimmered silently, indifferent to the drama, while humans displayed unparalleled skill and calmness, navigating through enemy formations without panic. Commander Jason Taylor guided the flagship smoothly, anticipating alien actions and positioning ships for maximum advantage. Lieutenant Mia Collins coordinated minor movements, ensuring that each ship maintained perfect alignment and coverage. Ethan Brooks whispered, "It feels like they can predict everything." Laura nodded, impressed by the subtle coordination and foresight. The alien fleets began to falter, minor confusion spreading among their ranks. Ships attempted to retreat, only to encounter calculated positioning from the human fleet. Kaylor's voice trembled. We cannot survive this. Even our largest ships are vulnerable. Captain Luke Harper observed silently, calculating the next moves while maintaining calm authority. Engineer Olivia Reed continued her adjustments, ensuring every minor error was corrected immediately. The cadets watched in awe, understanding the meticulous planning and anticipation that made humans formidable. Alien commanders shouted orders in panic, trying to regroup, but the humans anticipated every attempt. Small vessels were redirected, minor attacks countered with subtle but effective maneuvers. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons absorbed every action, learning how patience, observation, and precision could outmatch brute strength. Kaylor's hands shook, tentacles curling nervously as he whispered to the council, "We cannot defeat them. Even their smallest moves disrupt everything we planned." Outside, the human fleet moved with silent efficiency, exploiting every weakness, avoiding unnecessary risk, and maintaining calm control over a seemingly chaotic battle. Captain Luke Harper's quiet authority inspired confidence in every crew member, while Lieutenant Mia Collins ensured perfect communication and coordination. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored energy flows and weapon systems, making small but critical adjustments. The cadets learned more in this encounter than in years of training, witnessing the subtle mastery of human strategy. Alien morale continued to drop. Ships misfired, formations broke down, and commanders panicked. Kaylor's whispers grew more desperate. "We are in over our heads. Even our best calculations fail." Commander Jason Taylor guided the fleet with quiet assurance, exploiting minor vulnerabilities, maintaining calm, and ensuring that the humans' smallest actions had maximum effect. Lieutenant Mia Collins adjusted formations in real time, anticipating alien reactions. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons watched, absorbing the lessons of patience, focus, and precision. Outside, the stars remained indifferent, silent witnesses to the human mastery. Alien fleets began to retreat in confusion, unable to adapt to the humans' coordinated efficiency. Kaylor's voice shook. almost breaking as he admitted, they are unstoppable, even at their weakest. On the human flagship, Captain Luke Harper surveyed the results calmly, ensuring the fleet maintained formation and readiness. Engineer Olivia Reed continued to monitor minor fluctuations, making adjustments silently and efficiently. The cadets whispered, awed by the humans' ability to act calmly under pressure, to anticipate, to exploit weaknesses without unnecessary risk. The aliens realized that humans were not just physically capable, but mentally unpredictable, and this combination made them far more dangerous than any calculations could predict. Kalor's council murmured, fear and disbelief spreading through the chamber. Every alien recognized the quiet, methodical power of humanity, understanding that numbers alone could never measure the threat they posed. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons observed in amazement as humans turned even the smallest fleet into a force that could disrupt the strongest alien formations. Learning the value of calm, precision, and anticipation in the face of overwhelming odds, the human fleet moved silently, efficiently, and deliberately, leaving chaos in its wake, teaching the aliens that restraint and strategy could be far more deadly than brute force. The council chamber remained tense, shadows of alien figures flickering across walls, whispers filled with fear and awe, as humanity demonstrated the true measure of patience, skill, and quiet dominance that the galaxy would remember for generations. The human fleet continued its silent advance through the alien lines, every ship moving with purpose and precision, as if guided by a single mind. Captain Luke Harper remained calm at the command console, observing energy outputs and enemy movements, calculating every possibility. Lieutenant Mia Collins moved through her controls with the same quiet authority, relaying subtle adjustments to each squadron, ensuring perfect alignment and timing. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons, young cadets still learning the nuances of space tactics, followed every move with wide eyes and quick notes, understanding the depth of strategy in human operations. Engineer Olivia Reed ran constant simulations, predicting alien reactions and adjusting energy flows to maximize efficiency. Outside, the alien fleets shimmered with a threatening glow, engines humming, weapons primed, yet every move they made seemed anticipated by the humans. Kalor watched nervously from the council chamber, tentacles curling with anxiety. Even the smallest human ships are precise and efficient. How can they read us so well? He whispered to his advisors. Alien commanders shouted orders, attempting to disrupt the human advance, but every maneuver was met with subtle countermeasures that left them confused and off balance. Captain Harper's fleet moved like a single entity, exploiting gaps and weaknesses without revealing their own strength. Lieutenant Collins adjusted a squadron's path to intercept minor alien attempts at flanking, ensuring optimal positioning. Ethan Brooks whispered to Laura Simmons, "They are predicting everything before it happens." Laura nodded, impressed by the calm yet deadly precision of humans. The aliens fired sporadically, but most attacks failed to land, and even minor strikes were anticipated and avoided with effortless skill. Engineer Olivia Reed guided energy redirection, maintaining shields and weapon efficiency, keeping the fleet in perfect balance. Kalor's hands shook, tentacles twitching nervously as he realized the humans' capacity for strategy and anticipation far exceeded his expectations. "Even our calculations fail against them," he muttered, the council murmuring anxiously behind him. On the human flagship, Commander Jason Taylor remained composed, guiding movements with quiet authority, ensuring coordination while observing the effects of each minor action. Every adjustment increased efficiency, disrupted alien formations, and maintained human safety. Ethan and Laura learned quickly, understanding that anticipation and calm decision-making could overcome far greater numbers in strength. The alien fleets began to falter under the precise and coordinated human maneuvers. Ships misaligned, formations broke, and minor confusion spread. Kalor's council whispered in fear, realizing that even the smallest human fleet could destabilize their most experienced commanders. Captain Harper continued to direct movements carefully, anticipating attacks and maintaining calm control over his fleet. Lieutenant Collins ensured every minor adjustment reinforced the effectiveness of the strategy. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored fluctuations, making small corrections instantly, ensuring optimal performance. Cadets Ethan and Laura watched in awe, absorbing the lessons of patience, precision, and anticipation. The stars outside shone silently, indifferent to the conflict while humans demonstrated the strength of strategy and calm coordination. Alien morale fell further as ships misfired and formations weakened. Kaylor's voice trembled as he whispered to his advisors, "They are unstoppable. Even small fleets are terrifying when coordinated this well." Commander Jason Taylor guided the flagship with quiet assurance, exploiting vulnerabilities while maintaining calm authority. Lieutenant Collins adjusted formation in real time, reinforcing precision. Ethan Brooks whispered, "I cannot believe how they manage everything perfectly." Laura nodded, understanding that humans could turn apparent weakness into overwhelming advantage through skill and coordination. The alien fleets attempted to regroup, but humans anticipated every move, slipping through gaps, blocking advances, and controlling the battlefield without panic. Kaylor's council shook in disbelief, realizing humans were far more unpredictable and dangerous than any species had ever imagined. Captain Harper observed quietly, adjusting tactics to ensure efficiency while maintaining calm control. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored and corrected minor anomalies, making every human move effective. Ethan and Laura watched every decision and maneuver, understanding the subtle mastery required to dominate an opponent without relying solely on firepower. Outside, stars glimmered as the human fleet moved through alien forces, precision and calmness overwhelming confusion and fear. Even the smallest human ship appeared as a force to reckon with, moving in perfect harmony with the entire fleet. Kaylor's tentacles twitched nervously as he addressed his council. "Even their weakest fleet can dismantle us with ease. How can we survive?" Alien commanders panicked, giving contradictory orders, but humans adapted smoothly, exploiting every error without hesitation. Captain Harper ensured communication lines were clear, orders precise, and movements deliberate, reinforcing efficiency and control. Lieutenant Collins maintained real-time coordination, while Engineer Olivia Reed provided instant adjustments. Cadets Ethan and Laura continued to observe and learn, inspired by the precision, patience, and calm dominance displayed. Alien formations faltered further as humans exploited every opening, turning minor advantages into significant gains. Kaylor whispered anxiously, "We are in over our heads. Even our best ships cannot match this calm, calculated power." Commander Taylor maintained oversight, guiding the fleet efficiently and ensuring every ship contributed to the effectiveness of the operation. Lieutenant Collins made subtle but critical adjustments in real time, ensuring no opening was wasted. Engineer Reed monitored energy flows, shield performance, and weapon alignment, making instant corrections. Ethan and Laura absorbed the lessons of coordination, patience, and anticipation, recognizing that skill and calm execution could overcome brute strength. The alien fleets scrambled to regroup but found every move anticipated. Every maneuver countered, leaving them in growing confusion and fear. Kaylor's voice shook as he admitted, "Humans are unstoppable even at their weakest." The human fleet moved with silent precision, avoiding unnecessary risk while exploiting every alien mistake. Captain Harper and his team maintained calm control, guiding every ship with quiet authority. Engineer Olivia Reed ensured optimal efficiency, and cadets watched, learning the essence of human strategy. The stars outside continued their silent observation, indifferent to the conflict below, as humans demonstrated the lethal combination of patience, skill, and calm coordination. Alien morale continued to drop as human precision disrupted formations and exposed vulnerabilities. Kaylor's council remained tense, whispers filled with fear and awe, realizing the terrifying effectiveness of even a restrained human fleet. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons watched, inspired and awed, understanding that humans could turn calm, deliberate action into overwhelming advantage. The human fleet moved with quiet efficiency, leaving the alien commanders confused and disoriented, demonstrating the extraordinary skill, patience, and coordinated power that would be remembered across the galaxy. The council chamber remained tense, shadows flickering across walls, whispers filled with disbelief and fear, as humanity displayed the strength of anticipation, precision, and quiet dominance, proving that even their weakest fleets could achieve the impossible. The alien fleet scrambled to reorganize as the human ships continued their precise advance, exploiting gaps and weak points in enemy formations. Captain Luke Harper remained calm at the command console, scanning displays and coordinating movements with quiet authority. Lieutenant Mia Collins adjusted squadron positions subtly, ensuring that the entire fleet moved as a single, coordinated entity. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons, the young cadets, watched in amazement, absorbing the flow of strategy and coordination, understanding the depth of human precision and anticipation. Engineer Olivia Reed continued to monitor energy outputs, shielding systems, and weapon alignment, predicting alien responses and providing real-time adjustments to ensure maximum effectiveness. Kaylor, the green-skinned alien delegate, watched nervously from the council chamber, tentacles curling with tension. Even their smallest ships are perfectly coordinated. How can they anticipate everything? He whispered to his advisors. Alien commanders shouted orders in panic, attempting to disrupt human formations and regain control, yet every move they made seemed anticipated, countered, and nullified. The human fleet moved with deliberate calm, exploiting vulnerabilities without revealing the full extent of their strength. Captain Harper guided the lead ship with quiet precision, analyzing minor fluctuations in alien movements and using them to position his fleet advantageously. Lieutenant Collins adjusted paths in real time, subtly guiding ships to maximize efficiency while minimizing exposure. Ethan Brooks whispered to Laura Simmons, "I can't believe how every move is calculated." Laura nodded, wide-eyed, understanding that humans could turn even apparent weakness into overwhelming advantage. The alien fleets fired sporadically, weapons misaligned and attacks mistimed, while the humans avoided most threats with minimal effort. Engineer Olivia Reed provided instant corrections and adjustments to shield outputs and energy flows, keeping all ships in perfect balance. Kaylor's voice trembled. "If this is their weakest, what will happen when they unleash full power?" he muttered. The council murmured nervously, realizing the humans' unpredictable nature and mental sharpness made them far more dangerous than any calculations could predict. Commander Jason Taylor guided the flagship calmly, ensuring coordination and maintaining the calm authority that inspired confidence in the entire fleet. Lieutenant Collins made subtle adjustments, correcting minor deviations and reinforcing optimal positioning. Ethan and Laura observed, absorbing lessons in anticipation, precision, and strategic thinking. The alien formations began to falter. Ships misaligned, orders became contradictory, and morale dropped. Kaylor's tentacles twitched nervously. Even our largest vessels cannot match this calm, calculated efficiency. The human fleet moved deeper into enemy lines, striking subtle, precise blows that disrupted formations and forced alien ships into defensive positions. Captain Harper's calm control ensured that every movement maximized effectiveness and minimized risk. Lieutenant Collins coordinated every minor adjustment, keeping ships aligned, shields optimized, and communication clear. Engineer Olivia Reed continued fine-tuning systems, predicting alien reactions and maintaining operational superiority. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons watched with awe, understanding that the human fleet turned careful strategy, anticipation, and calm focus into decisive advantage. Outside, the stars reflected the quiet, deliberate progress of the human fleet, moving through enemy lines with almost eerie calm as aliens scrambled to react, confused and frightened. Kaylor whispered urgently to his council, "We cannot survive this encounter. They anticipate everything." Commander Jason Taylor maintained oversight of the fleet, moving quietly but decisively, ensuring each ship contributed to the disruption of alien formations. Lieutenant Collins adjusted positions and communication, ensuring each ship's actions reinforced the strategy. Engineer Olivia Reed provided continuous corrections, optimizing energy, shields, and weapons, keeping every movement precise. Ethan and Laura followed each action closely, learning the subtle ways humans could dominate without relying on raw force alone. Alien fleets tried to regroup, but the humans anticipated every maneuver, slipping through gaps and blocking advances while maintaining calm control over the battlefield. Kaylor's voice shook. "They are unstoppable. Even at their weakest, they can dismantle us." Captain Harper continued directing movements, ensuring the fleet's actions created maximum disruption with minimal exposure. Lieutenant Collins guided squadron formations, and Engineer Reed monitored every system, maintaining perfect efficiency. Ethan and Laura whispered in awe, realizing they were witnessing not just a battle but a demonstration of human mastery, patience, and calculated skill. The alien fleets fired sporadically, attempting intimidation or attacks, but each was countered almost effortlessly. Human ships maintained precise formation, striking minor vulnerabilities, and disrupting alien strategies without risking themselves unnecessarily. Kalor's council murmured in fear and disbelief, recognizing the calm, deliberate power of the human fleet. Commander Taylor ensured the fleet continued its systematic advance, exploiting weaknesses, maintaining calm authority, and controlling the battlefield silently. Lieutenant Collins made adjustments in real time, reinforcing alignment and strategy. Engineer Reed corrected fluctuations, ensuring maximum efficiency, and the cadets observed closely, learning lessons in anticipation and precise execution. Alien fleets faltered further, unable to anticipate human maneuvers. Orders became contradictory, formations broke, and panic spread through the ranks. Kalor's tentacles twitched nervously as he whispered, "Even a restrained human fleet is devastating." Captain Harper guided the fleet with calm precision, ensuring every minor action contributed to the overall strategy. Every maneuver maximized effectiveness and every opportunity was exploited. Lieutenant Collins maintained real-time adjustments, keeping ships aligned and responsive. Engineer Reed monitored systems, making instant corrections and predictions. Ethan and Laura absorbed every detail, realizing that patience, coordination, and precise planning could outweigh brute force. The alien fleets attempted desperate maneuvers, but humans anticipated them all, countering without panic and maintaining control over the battlefield. Kalor's voice trembled. "We are completely unprepared. Even our best ships are ineffective against them." The human fleet moved with quiet efficiency, striking vulnerabilities, avoiding unnecessary risk, and leaving alien formations disrupted and confused. Captain Harper maintained calm control, ensuring every ship acted deliberately and in perfect harmony. Lieutenant Collins adjusted formation and coordination. Engineer Reed provided instant corrections, and the cadets watched in awe, learning the essence of human precision and anticipation. Outside, stars glimmered silently as the human fleet demonstrated the combination of patience, skill, and calm calculation that could turn even small numbers into decisive force. Alien morale continued to crumble, and Kalor's council whispered with fear and awe. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons realized they were witnessing history. Humans using strategy, foresight, and precision to overcome a powerful enemy without showing their full strength. The human fleet moved steadily, leaving confusion, disruption, and awe in their wake, demonstrating that even their weakest forces could dominate through skill, coordination, and calm execution. The council chamber remained tense, whispers of disbelief and fear echoing, as humans showed that restraint combined with anticipation and coordination could become an unstoppable force, proving once again that underestimating humanity was a mistake no alien should ever make. The final movements of the human fleet continued with quiet precision, each ship flowing seamlessly through alien formations, leaving confusion and awe in their wake. Captain Luke Harper observed from the command console, calm and focused, scanning every display, noting the smallest fluctuations in alien energy and movement. Lieutenant Mia Collins coordinated subtle adjustments across squadrons, ensuring each vessel acted in perfect harmony with the rest. Young cadets Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons absorbed every detail, taking mental notes on tactics, anticipation, and the quiet power of human precision. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored energy systems, shields, and weapons, making immediate adjustments to maintain optimal efficiency. The alien fleets, despite their size and firepower, scrambled to respond to the calm but relentless human advance. Kalor, the green-skinned delegate, paced nervously in the council chamber, tentacles curling as he whispered to his advisors, "Even their smallest ships move as one. How can they anticipate everything so perfectly?" Alien commanders shouted conflicting orders, attempting to regroup and intimidate, but every move was anticipated, countered, and exploited by humans. Captain Harper guided the fleet with steady assurance, ensuring that each movement disrupted alien formations while maintaining human safety. Lieutenant Collins adjusted positions in real time, slipping through gaps, reinforcing coverage and maximizing effectiveness. Ethan Brooks whispered to Laura Simmons, "It's like they can see the future." Laura nodded, eyes wide, amazed at the precision and calm of every action. The aliens fired sporadically, but their attacks were mostly ineffective. Engineer Olivia Reed redirected energy, reinforced shields, and adjusted weapon alignment instantly, ensuring the human fleet maintained the advantage. Kalor's tentacles twitched nervously. If this is only their weakest fleet, what would happen if they unleashed full strength? He muttered, voice shaking. The council murmured anxiously. Realizing the humans' combination of intelligence, foresight, and calm execution made them far more dangerous than any brute force. Commander Jason Taylor maintained control of the flagship, observing the battlefield and directing movements with quiet authority, ensuring that each human action had maximum impact. Lieutenant Collins provided real-time adjustments to formation, coverage, and communication. Engineer Olivia Reed optimized every system, predicting minor alien reactions and correcting potential errors instantly. Ethan and Laura watched in awe, learning lessons in anticipation, precision, and the subtle mastery of strategy. The alien fleets began to falter further. Ships misaligned, formations broke, and orders became contradictory. Kalor's voice shook. Even our largest vessels are no match. We cannot predict them. The human fleet moved steadily, exploiting every weakness, controlling the battlefield without unnecessary risk, and demonstrating the lethal efficiency of coordinated strategy. Captain Harper ensured calm leadership, guiding movements deliberately and precisely. Lieutenant Collins adjusted formations, reinforced alignment, and maintained clarity across the fleet. Engineer Olivia Reed monitored and corrected minor fluctuations, ensuring all systems worked optimally. Ethan and Laura absorbed the lessons, understanding that patience, observation, and calm execution could turn even the smallest fleet into a dominant force. Alien morale collapsed as humans continued to disrupt their formations with subtle, precise movements. Kalor's tentacles twitched, anxiety spreading through the council chamber. They are unstoppable even at minimal strength, he whispered. Commander Taylor maintained oversight, ensuring the human fleet exploited weaknesses without revealing full potential. Lieutenant Collins guided squadrons with quiet precision, and Engineer Reed ensured maximum efficiency and rapid response. Ethan and Laura watched intently, realizing the strategic power of calm coordination and anticipation in achieving victory. The alien fleets attempted desperate maneuvers, but humans anticipated and countered every move, maintaining control over the battlefield. Kalor's voice trembled. We are helpless against them. Outside, stars reflected the silent advance of the human fleet, as each ship moved with seamless precision, turning confusion into control and weakness into advantage. Captain Harper maintained calm authority, ensuring deliberate movements that disrupted alien strategies. Lieutenant Collins coordinated minute adjustments, keeping ships aligned and operational. Engineer Reed monitored systems, made instant corrections, and ensured continuous optimization. Ethan and Laura understood that humans could achieve supremacy through strategy, calm focus, and precise coordination, rather than relying solely on firepower. Alien ships misfired, misaligned, and faltered under the calculated precision of the human fleet. Kalor's council whispered anxiously, realizing that even minimal human strength could destabilize and dominate their entire formation. Commander Jason Taylor guided the flagship with quiet confidence, every maneuver reinforcing the fleet's control of the battlefield. Lieutenant Collins maintained real-time adjustments, ensuring coordination and maximized coverage. Engineer Olivia Reed fine-tuned energy, weapons, and shields instantly. Ethan and Laura observed and learned, understanding the value of patience, precise observation, and calculated action. Alien morale continued to drop as human precision undermined every attempt to regain control. Kalor's tentacles twitched nervously, fear evident in his voice. Even a restrained human fleet is overwhelming. Captain Harper ensured the fleet maintained deliberate, efficient movements, leaving confusion, disruption, and awe among alien ranks. Lieutenant Collins adjusted minor details, reinforcing strategy and alignment. Engineer Reed monitored energy and system performance, making immediate corrections. The cadets watched silently, inspired by the demonstration of calm, skillful, and coordinated power. The human fleet moved with quiet determination, each ship contributing to the larger strategy, exploiting gaps and neutralizing threats without panic or hesitation. Stars glimmered in the distance, indifferent observers to the calculated mastery of humans who turned anticipation and strategy into decisive advantage. Kalor's council murmured, filled with fear and disbelief, recognizing that humans could achieve control and dominance even when seemingly limited. Ethan Brooks and Laura Simmons realized they were witnessing history, learning lessons in patience, precision, and strategic excellence. The human fleet moved steadily, leaving disoriented and disrupted alien formations behind, demonstrating that careful planning, calm execution, and precise coordination could transform any force into an unstoppable presence. The council chamber remained tense, whispers echoing fear and awe as humans displayed the lethal combination of anticipation, skill, and calm dominance. Alien commanders recognized that underestimating humans, even in their smallest numbers, would be catastrophic. The stars outside bore silent witness to the human fleet's mastery, and every observer, young and old, learned that the strength of humanity lay not only in numbers or firepower, but in the quiet, calculated power of precision, anticipation, and unity. Captain Luke Harper guided the fleet with unwavering calm. Lieutenant Mia Collins coordinated every ship with subtle efficiency, and Engineer Olivia Reed ensured every system contributed to the overall advantage. Ethan and Laura absorbed every detail, realizing that humans could turn even the smallest fleet into a decisive and legendary force. Alien formations broke apart, morale crumbled, and Kalor's council trembled, finally understanding the true measure of human capability. The human fleet continued its methodical, calm, and precise advance, leaving a trail of awe, fear, and admiration across the battlefield, proving that humanity, even when restrained, was unstoppable.